Miss Scott Gale, there's no sound.
Well, of course, Ochi Kyan is me. This a Heroes Weekend? I'm ready to get ready now. Oh, yeah, trust me. Thank God we get holiday because all of them dead people. Yes. Alright, we're gonna get ready now. Yeah, because Justin soon come for me. Alright, later. Granddaughter, come here. I want that you really accept on the food. You see, if it wasn't for people like them 7 people where you see there. Grandma, I mean, I don't even remember those people. That seems like prep school and primary school days we hear about them. I don't know nothing about them. But you know how hard them people, them same dead people, when them was alive and well, you know exactly where them do for we country at. A seeker for them same people that why we can enjoy certain liberties in this country where we still are take for granted. What them do for me? You don't know about them? Hey? Well, let me tell you something. Forward, forever united. Students, workers, and farmers, Nanny of Nanny Town. Struggle for unity and strength. Lighted the flame of freedom in the hearts of earlier Jamaicans. Really? Forward, forever united. Students, workers, and farmers. Sam Sharp, non-violent leader, instigated the slaves of Jamaica. Really? To fight for freedom and liberty and throw off the shackles of slavery. Forward, forever united. Students, workers, and farmers. Judge William Gordon, far-seeing statesman, struggled for human rights and dignity. He was unjustly executed for raising his voice against oppression. Forward, forever united. Students, workers, and farmers. Marcus Mosiah Garvey, fighter of black man's dignity. Throughout every nation, he gave all black man a dream. Forward, forever united. Students, workers, and farmers. Paul Bogle, a stony gut, fought against oppression and deception. Leader, preacher, and martyr, he died in the cause of justice. Forward, forever united. Students, workers, and farmers. Patriot Norman Manley made politics an instrument of progress. Father of the nation, man of integrity and justice. Forward, forever united. Students, workers, and farmers. Alexander Bustamante, legendary figure in his lifetime. Indomitable, Labour leader, and the first Prime Minister of Jamaica. Forward, forever united. Students, workers, and farmers. Forward, forever united. Jamaica united forever. Hey, hey. Wow, yes, Dad. Grandma, that was amazing. Oh my God, that was so great. Thank you so much. Hope you learned something that's a yes. But you really changed up the beat though from what I remember. You don't know your granny hall, but she not cold. Of course. John Minaman.
This is Llewellyn.
Yes, we are ready and raring to go. Our dear Miss Murray is here talking to me. Big up all the teachers online. We are continuing our show, and this is an excellent show that we have planned for you, showcasing our legacy. And you know our legacy, Jamaica legacy, big and broad. We just watched a video, Forward Forever United. When I was going to school, we always sing that song, and we march from school, go around 3 miles, we're singing in the community, forward forever, and raising the flag of our heroes, forward forever united. That song says a lot to us, very much. It says, it speaks to us, forward forever. And the key word there, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, united. United we stand. United we stand. We're not falling at all. We are standing firm, united. At this time, we are ready to showcase grade 4. We are ready with our grade 4 presentation. Grade 4, big up all the grade 4 teachers, big up all the students who will be participating, showcasing their talents for grade 4.
All right, so grade 4 is coming right up, you know. Grade 4 is coming right up. Grade 4 is coming right up. But before grade 4 come up, Miss Wilson, are you ready with that question? We have some more giveaways, you know. Miss Wilson, you ready with your giveaways?
Yes, Miss. I'm going to share. Give me a minute. Sharing my screen. I'm not seeing it.
All right. While we are waiting on Miss Wilson, I'm going to show you now my cornrow hairstyle. Anybody seen? You ready, Miss Wilson? I don't want to see me cornrow hairstyle.
Go ahead and go ahead, Miss.
You seen me with me cornrow hairstyle? You remember when the slave them did dip on the plantation? You know didn't know say cornrow hairstyle they use to plan their escape? You know didn't know? And now we are using our cornrow hairstyle as styles. When we cornrow, cane row, we call it. Them call it cane row then time, and we now put on style on it, but cornrow, cane row, it name. The slave them used to put up their hair in some style, and guess what? I way to get off the plantation, boys and girls. History time. Go through, Miss Wilson, your time.
Okay. Now I want you to pay attention to what I'm sharing. The first person to raise the hand and tell me what this is will win a prize. Miss McFarlane.
Okay. Kalia Daly. Unmute your mic.
Very good, Kalia. Very good. You are so right. So before we had our blenders and juicers, this is what the slaves and our ancestors back in the days used to use. So they would use this stick and put the product in here and they would beat it. So they beat it until it gets soft or till it turns watery. And this was their blender, juicer, and everything. So we have come a long way. As Ms. Scott Gaylor says, our legacy has come a long way. So we don't need to use the mortar. We can use our blender and our juicer. So Khalid Davis, you will be getting a prize. Miss Llewellyn?
Yes, Miss Wilson, the Martha stick, man. My grandmother used to have fear Martha, you know, and she used to put oil nut in it. Oil nut, and you know what that oil nut make? Castor oil. The good castor oil we put in our natural here. And guess what me just a here, no boys and girls? You know, not see me now, not see Miss Murray. Miss Murray just a tell me so she have one up her yard. Can you believe that? Miss Murray still have her mortar board, her mortar stick up her yard. And Miss Murray good to make, wait up name chocolate. You want to drink chocolate tea, the good old chocolate tea, when you put your mouth in it, you never know say so hot, it burn your lip. It burn your lip, it give your lip a burn, the chocolate tea. This is how them long time people used to use them legacy and make the good old chocolate. Chocolate can make out a blender, boys and girls. Good old mortar make with chocolate tea. Right over to grade 4. Any questions from Miss Skinner? All right, grade 4 production, Samuel Sharp.
Miss, you forgot to share sound again.
Five essential facts every Jamaican ought to know about Sam Sharp. He was literate and a Baptist. Sam Sharp, or Daddy Sharp as he was called, was a Baptist deacon who could read and write and educated himself by reading newspapers. He used his position in the Baptist church and the freedom slave owners gave slaves to engage in religious meetings to share his desire for slaves to be free and to organize the Christmas Rebellion of 1831. He was literate and a Baptist.
Sam Sharp was a mastermind behind the Christmas Rebellion of 1831, when slaves and plantations across the island were supposed to have a one-day sit-down strike and do no work until they got paid. The strike was timed to coincide with the time that sugarcane would be ripened, because the slaves knew that ripe cane had to be cut quickly or else it will spoil. The cane would be ripe after Christmas, hence the timing and popular name of the rebellion. Sharp was the first Jamaican to plan a strike of that sort. Unfortunately, the plantation owners found out about the plan and prepared themselves with armed troops. The rebellion began with a fire on the Kensington Estate Great House and lasted for over 8 days, resulting in the deaths of 186 slaves and only 14 white plantation owners.
He led the Christmas Rebellion of 1831.
I'd rather die on yonder gallows than be a slave. That is the most popular Sam Sharp's quote. He ended up dying by the gallows when he was hanged for organizing the Christmas Rebellion in 1832 in Montego Bay on a square now called Sam Sharp Square. More than 300 slaves who participated in the rebellion were hanged and their heads were placed on stakes around plantations to remind the slaves of the consequences of rebellion.
His image is on the Jamaican $50 banknote.
That's right, Sam Sharp picture is on the $50 banknote in the island.
He was proclaimed a national hero in 1982.
March 31, 1982, the Right Excellent Sam Sharp was conferred the Order of the National Hero. As per government notice, 23 Jamaica gazettes along with none of the maroon.
Hello. Good morning. That is okay.
Thank you, grade 4,
Remember,
for
said
that
about Jay.
production.
Never expect anything.
Thank you, grade 4. Mute Miss Wilson, please. Thank you, grade 4, for that presentation. We are continuing with more grade 4.
By Miss Wilson. Sam Sharp, that is Sam Sharp, freedom fighter, Baptist preacher. Sam Sharp had a vision. That is Sam Sharp had a plan. To free all slaves from oppression, so all Africans get pure money plantation. No money, no work, said the Africans. But the white man said, no, you mad. So December 1831, the fire, now on the new one that St. James and Westmoreland, freedom fighters live, fought and died free all around. Sam Sharp, that is Sam said, I would rather die upon yonder gallows than be a slave.
Near the picture to everybody. Thank you, grade 4, for that presentation on Sam Sharp. At this time, we will be going straight into our question and answer section, where we'll be having several giveaways. But this giveaway is for grade 4 students only. Grade 4 students. Still, we have some more presentation from grade 4. Just a moment, Mrs. Scott Gale, with that presentation. Mr. Lewis, could you please come in with your question and answer for grade 4? Or should Mrs. Scott Gale continue with the... Go ahead, Mrs. Scott Gale.
Sam Sharp, my favorite hero. Rum-come one, rum-come all. Sit at my feet or stand up tall. I got a story to share with you about my favorite hero, and it's true. Born a slave in St. James, a place called Kensington Estate, the same place where he got baptized in the Baptist faith. He taught himself to read and taught himself to write, and for that same reason the white men gave him a fight. The Christmas rebellion he became notorious for, but that was not his greatest intent. He was a lover of peace and not of war. But his followers got excited and out of hand it went. They went too far with the tools down protest. They burnt the cane field and the white men screamed and rest. They recalled some speech about dying on yonder gallows, so they quickly put his stand to the test. Sam was hung when he was just only 31. He was just becoming a real big man. His death
Sit at my feet or stand up tall. What are we doing today? We are saluting our heroes, safeguarding our legacy. Saluting our heroes, safeguarding our legacy. So we are here celebrating our ancestors, our generation, and all our ethnic groups, showcasing our talents in songs, poems, and dramas. So at this time, we will be having a question and answer section, and this is only for the grade 4 students. Mr. Lewis or Miss Skinner, please come in with the question.
Miss Skinner, if you're here on another device, please raise your hand so that I can give you privileges. Students, do not raise your hand. No question has been asked as yet. Miss Skinner, if you're here, raise your hand.
Lower your hands, everybody. Lower your hands.
Miss Skinner, that's you I just co-hosted.
Lower your hands, everybody. All right, so we are not going to take any questions at this moment because too many hands are up, so we don't know who first we will be selecting. So we are moving on and we are going straight into grade 5. Until you lower your hands, then we will go straight into the question and answer section. We don't want to be unfair that to say this person first or that person or I never get a chance. You have to be fair also. You have to lower your hands so that we can see. Lower all the hands. Adrian and Abigail, lower your hands. All right, no questions at this time. Okay, so we are going to go straight into grade 5. I know that the grade 5 teachers, they have a whole lot of stuff lined up for us. They have a whole lot of stuff lined up for us, and they will be coming to us with, seems as if it's a poem or a song or a drama piece. Oh, I guess right. It's a poem we will be starting off first with. Go right ahead, grade 5.
Hi, my name is Ashmani Perez and I am from grade 5. And today, we are celebrating our heroes. The Jamaica that we know today were forged by minds determined to be free and live voice of their own. We call them heroes. The Right Honorable Norman Washington Manley was born on July 4, 1893 in Roxburgh, Manchester, to his parents. He pressed on to become an excellent scholar and athlete at Jamaica College. He won a Rhodes Scholarship to Oxford University, there he studied law. While in Britain, he bravely joined and served as a soldier in World War I. He was awarded a military medal. He returned to Jamaica in 1922, where he served and worked to become one of the top lawyers in the country. But it was in 1938 when unions organized strikes and workers' protests about poor working conditions and low wages that he began his political movement. He was ambitious and a man of the people, whose voice weren't strong enough, mediating with the government. He also represented his cousin, Alexander Bustamante, when he was arrested for standing up for the workers' rights. It was in 1938 also that he made the People's National Party PNP. He had help from Alexander Bustamante and J.A.G. Smith. They worked towards universal adult suffrage, which would give all adults the right to vote. Norman Manley didn't win in 1944 but did so in 1955 and 1957. He was Jamaica's first and only premier until 1962 when we gained independence. He was a big supporter and helped the West Indies Federation. He married the beautiful Edna Manley, and their love produced 2 children, Michael Manley, who later became one of our prime ministers, and Douglas Manley. Sadly, he died on September 2, 1969, and was made a national hero shortly after his death. We honor him with a statue at St. William Grand Park. His face is on a $5 coin. There's a law school named after him. Are you a young student of Norman Manley High? If you travel abroad, you will most likely use the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston. Thank you. Bye.
How beautiful. Hold on, Mrs. Scott Gale, before you put up the other presentation. Miss Skinner was unable to unmute. I hope she's here now. Is Miss Skinner here?
Miss Skinner, raise your hand.
Broke them 1 by 1. Broke them 2 by 2. Yalam boy. Go down Emmanuel Road. Yalam boy. Bigger broke Rockstone. Go down Emmanuel Road. Yalam boy. Bigger broke Rockstone. Broke them 1 by 1. Yalam boy. Broke them 2 by 2. Yalam boy. Finger mash no cry. Why me I tell you? Play. Member, we are play. Thank you, Miss Nation. Come in, Miss Nation. We could start again. Good Emmanuel Road. Yalam boy. Bigger broke Rockstone. Them time then, man, me I tell you, the slave them, all the pity them, they have the big back basket on their head top. But guess what? When worker kill them, they not mind, because them a sing and a dance with same time when them a work. So here we go again. Good down Emmanuel Road, Yalam boy, bigger broke Rockstone. Good down Emmanuel Road, Yalam boy, bigger broke Rockstone. Broke them 1 by 1, Yalam boy. Broke them 2 by 2, Yalam boy. Finger mash no cry, Yalam boy. Member play with the play, Yalam boy. I tell you, and guess what? Me soon tell you the story about Anansi and Brother Tukuma, You know ever hear about Anansi and Brother Tukuma? Eh? When the slave them, when night come and after work, after they done do they work on the plantation, they used to sit down around one fire. And when they sit down around one fire, guess what them a do? Eh? Guess what them a do? Anybody can guess what them a do? Them a tell story, them a tell Anansi story. Anansi story, boys and girls. They never know tablet to play with. They never know book to read. Them a tell each other Anansi story. Them a tell them about their history and their legacy that them did a do. Okay, is Miss Skinner ready? Go ahead, Miss Nation. Put in your question, Miss Nation. All right, I am made aware that Mrs. Scott Lawrence has a question for grade 4, but she cannot unmute. Could you please unmute her, Miss Renise McFarlane?
Go ahead, Scott Lawrence.
Welcome, Mrs. Scott Lawrence.
Hi, good morning, everyone. So my question is based on the presentation that was done from grade 4. What year was Sam Sharp the mastermind behind the Christmas Rebellion? What year was Sam Sharp the mastermind behind the Christmas Rebellion? Can anybody tell me?
Daytona Blackwood. All right,
Seen
Perez
some
Pearson.
answers. No, not 1567. No.
It was
Our
Grade
next
four.
a hint.
Yes, it was 18.
It's December
I'm
the
seeing
27th,
I'm seeing one in
1831.
the chat from yes, 1831. You are correct. Who was that?
Perez.
Beautiful. Yes, Perez. So you got that answer correct. Beautiful. Very good.
So
All
all the
right.
winners, hold on, Mrs. Scott Gale, you're going to give another giveaway. Uno na wanda wona win. Eh? Uno na wanda wona win. Perez, what you think you win? What you win, Perez? And I also have Michaela Willis. I wonder is what Michaela win. And me have Tatiana Taylor. Me write down all I want name in about me. Uno must wonder wona win. Perez, you think you get something nice? Michaela, you think you get something nice? Kalia Dale, you think you get something nice? Huh? Run the next question, Mrs. Scott Lawrence, because that's something good them are getting up.
And this is such an easy one. This one is so easy. We use this money every day. So the next one is, which paper note, that is the paper money, which paper note is Sam Sharp's face on? Easy cheesy. Which paper note is Sam Sharp's face on?
Lamar Lewin.
Yes, man. Everybody knows this one, man. Beautiful.
Miss $50. $50.
Beautiful. Yes, you are most definitely correct.
Which
Awesome
grade are
job,
you in,
everybody.
Mr. Lewin? Which grade are you in?
Miss, I'm in grade 5H.
Red or blue?
Blue.
All right. So you know, I wonder why me I write down your name. You know why me I write down your name? Eh? Oh, you mean
Yes.
no? So tell them why me I write down your name.
Because you're going to get a gift, miss.
You're going to get gifts. So what kind of gift you think you get?
I don't know.
Like you laugh, yeah? All right. Your teacher will get in touch with you. All right, baby?
Yes,
Okay.
miss.
So are there any more presentation from grade 5? Any more presentation from grade 5, Mrs. Scott Gale?
Yes, the presentation was ready, but the technology is acting up again.
All right. So I'm not going to let go Mrs. Scott Lawrence. You see, me love this Scott them, you know. Sure. So while we're waiting on Mrs. Scott Gale, we are continuing with Mrs. Scott Lawrence with another question. Give this one to the grade 6, Miss Scott Lawrence.
All right, so I'm throwing this one out to the grade 6 students. How many years after Samuel Sharp was hanged was slavery abolished? I guess my son is trying to answer. How many years after Samuel Sharp was hanged was slavery abolished?
Anthony Edwards.
Unmute Anthony.
Go ahead, Anthony. His mic is open, but I'm not hearing him. All right. Darian Russell. For some reason, I'm not hearing it. Jamari.
Miss 2,000 years ago. Miss 2,000 years.
He said 2,000 years.
No, man, not 2,000 years.
Daquan,
Miss 18.
go ahead, Daquan.
Miss 1838.
That's not the question that was asked.
How many years was slavery abolished? Years. How many years?
Miss Llewellyn, while Miss Scott Gale get the technology up, could we go to her before it goes away from us?
All right, so think about that questions. We will get back to you with the answer. Go right ahead, Mrs. Scott Gale.
You unravel me with a melody. You surround me with song of deliverance from my enemies till all my fears are gone. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. From my mother's womb, you have chosen me. Love has called my name. I've been born again to a family. Your blood flows through my veins. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I am surrounded by the arms of a Father. I am surrounded by songs of deliverance. We've been liberated
We are no longer slaves. We are children of God. And I have right beside me one of your favorite teachers in St. John's. I have one of the most beautiful mathematics teacher, Mrs. Paula Johnson. Say hi to, are they seeing you, Mrs. Johnson? How are you? Miss Johnson, say hi to your students.
Hi, students. How are you, teachers, parents? We celebrate with you today, this Heroes Day, and our this Heroes Day celebration. It is a fantastic thing that you're doing. I love the performances, and I pray that you will continue shining as you always do. I will be back with you online come after midterm, so I'll see you at that time. All right, blessings. Continue enjoying this day, all right, and do your best as usual. I love what you do in all of this time. So sad it is, but you are living your full life. Very good. All right, blessings.
Thank you, Miss Johnson. Thank you. Now that dance you just saw, you notice it's not a student, boys and girls. You know, did notice that? It was none other than the parent of Nikela of 6J and Rahela Dennis. Nikela and Rahela Dennis, mother. Rahela is in 5J and Nikela is in 6J. And that parent, her name is Raquel Dennis. Good dance piece, Miss Raquel Dennis. Thank you. So you see our parent participating in our production today, boys and girls. All right, so we are moving on. So we are going right to Mrs. Beckford from grade 3. Mrs. Beckford from grade 3. Is Mrs. Beckford ready? Is Mrs. Beckford ready? Miss McFarlane?
Miss Beckford, go ahead.
All right. Yes, I was trying to unmute. Just give me. I'm sure. Just give me. Are you seeing my screen? Yeah. I apologize, but it's still not coming up. And this is what I want to be on my screen. Listen.
a PowerPoint presentation on one of the first national heroes, Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Marcus Garvey was born in Jamaica 1887. Jamaica was 90% black and a colony of Britain. In 1901, he left school and worked as a printer. From 1912 to 1914, he lived in London. He moved to New York in 1960, where he met lots of leaders of Afro-American emancipation movement. In 1970, he created the Universal Negro Improvement Association. This association aimed to the improvement of the living conditions for colored people. The UNIA's motto, One God, One Aim,
Yeah, here. It represents
the black skyline and baseline. Garvey created a chart that lattice line to replicate black people from America and had it named the Black Star Line. The Black Star Line got a lot of shareholders, and Garvey created a real parallel economy between black people. In 1922, the Black Star Line went bankrupt, and Garvey was charged of mail fraud and went to jail in 1925. A wise word from Marcus Garvey. A people without the knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. God and nature first made us what we are, and then out of our own creative genius we make ourselves what we want to be. Follow always that great law. Let the sky and God be our limit, eternity our measurement. Marcus Garvey. He went back to Jamaica in 1927, where he was considered as a hero. He moved to London in 1935 and died in 1940, but his legacy still lives on.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Beckford, for that presentation on our Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. At this time, we will be having Miss Wilson with some more artifacts. Stop sharing your screen, Mrs. Beckford. Mrs. Wilson.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
We can hear you now, Miss.
Okay. Okay. This one is for grade 4. A child from grade 4 can give me the correct name for this item. Raise your hand.
The answer.
Raise your hand.
Rabina?
Miss, it's a kitchen bit.
Okay, very good. And can you tell me what it was used for?
Miss, Miss, you use it and put tea inside of it.
And put what?
Tea.
No. Anybody want to help? Who want to raise their hand and help her to tell me what we use the kitchen bit to do?
Wait.
Miss, can you identify anyone?
Tamari Harvey. Not unmuted. Shalon Smith, unmute your mic.
Miss, it's a something that you use. You put your food in and crush it with the other something.
No. Anybody else want to try? Shalon?
Martina Martin.
Okay. Miss Llewellyn, would you like to educate them on this one?
Or the kitchen bit? Well, in my those long time days, we used to call it the buckle lamp or the buckle torch. And you know, them never have no electricity them time they know. So what they do, they normally make their little tinning lamps and use in their huts at night.
So that was the flashlight back in those days.
No, you can't call it no flashlight. You call it buckle torch. Buckle torch. Or bottle torch.
Okay,
Bottle
Miss. But
torch.
Mr. It start the legacy of the flashlight.
Yes, so true. Yeah. All right.
All righty.
So I'm going to go back. Are you finished, Miss Wilson?
Miss, I'm going to do one more.
All right.
All right. Who can
Then
tell me what this
then Mrs. Scott Lawrence will continue with her question part.
All right. Who can tell me what this one is?
Anthony Wong.
Raise and remember to use your raise and Miss McFarlane. Anybody?
Anthony Wong, unmute. Go ahead, Anthony.
Yes.
All right, Anthony, now talking. Kyle Carruthers.
Miss, it's a great.
Miss,
it's
all right, so. All right, it's a grip. Very good. Who said that?
Kyle Carruthers.
Okay, it's a grip. So Kyle, can you tell me what they used to put in it? What was placed in it?
Miss clothes.
Very good. So they would use it when they are doing what?
Miss going away or going to the country.
Very good. So they will use it if they are traveling. They are traveling abroad or traveling to the country. Very good, Kyle. Okay, Miss, you can go ahead.
We want to big up the persons who are on live streaming. We are streaming via Zoom and we are streaming live via YouTube. So all the persons we have quite a few numbers watching via YouTube. So teachers, please to remember to mark your register via YouTube also. Likewise, via our live streaming on Zoom. So at this time, we will take Mrs. Scott Lawrence to continue the questions.
Okay, Miss. So for the question for grade 4, that is how many years after Samuel Sharp was hanged, we did not highlight persons who got it correctly. So looking through the chat, I saw the correct answer from a Jason Lowe, 6 years, Jada Ann Campbell, and also Jada Lee Smith. Those 3 persons got it correct in the chat. The answer was 6 years. Okay, so going to the question now for Marcus Garvey, based on the presentation that we saw not too long ago.
Miss
In
Scott
which
Lawrence,
parish? You're hearing me?
hold on. I want
Okay.
them to all lower their hands before we start.
Okay, no problem.
So you can go ahead now.
All right.
Don't put up the hands yet until the questions is asked, children. So Jaquan, please put down your hand. Thank you. Go ahead, miss.
In which parish of Jamaica was Marcus Garvey born? In which parish of Jamaica was Marcus Garvey born?
Mikhail Willis. All right. Kill. Tiana. Tiana.
Saint Anne. Saint Anne.
You are most definitely correct. That is correct. Saint Anne.
Thank you, Mrs. Scott Lawrence. We want to shout out to all the teachers of the St. John's Primary School. We also want to give a big shout out to all the persons who are on the culture committee. Is Miss Scarlett here? Scarlett, would you like to put in any question? Miss Skinner, would you like to put in a question? Miss Collington? The questions were sent in the group. So if you want to put in a question, we are working with time. So we are just at 11:30 and we have 1 production to go before we close. So if you have any questions to go, could you please indicate? Any questions from my colleagues?
Good
Anybody
morning,
have
my
any
beautiful
answers
boys
to
and
worry?
girls.
Here we go, Miss Skinner. Big up yourself, Miss Skinner. Thank
Good
you.
morning, my
Go right
beautiful
ahead, Miss
boys
Skinner.
and girls. Good morning, parents and teachers. I have a lovely question for the grade 6 students. Boys and girls, are you ready? Here's my question. Which national hero became Jamaica's first native prime minister? Can you tell me? I know you can.
25 years.
O'Neill Reid.
Let me ask you again.
Sir
Which
Alexander
national
Bustamante.
hero? Can I hear it from that brilliant person?
O'Neill, go ahead.
Sir
Go ahead,
Alexander
O'Neill.
Bustamante.
Brilliant. You are a winner. You are a winner, O'Neill. Congrats. Another question. Ready? Grade 5. I would like you to answer this question, grade 5.
Lower the hands first, please. Let them lower the hands first because we're not going to know who answered.
Lower your hands. Boys and girls, lower your hands. Grade 5, this is for you. What was the name of the ship that Marcus Garvey promised to take the Africans back to Africa? What was the name of the ship? What was the name of the ship? Who's the first person to answer?
Adidja Hunt, sorry.
What was the name of
the
the
Black
ship?
Airline.
The
Black Star
Airline?
Line.
Very good. Very good. The Black Starliner. Very good.
Which class Adidja Horton on the Black Airline in?
Black Airline.
Starliner. Again.
Miss, the Black Star Line.
Very good. The
Which
Black
class are you in?
Starliner.
6
class?
blue.
6-0 blue.
Miss, did you know that Marcus Garvey is a junior, Miss?
Go
Marcus
through Mr. Not sure about his question, though, man. Ask the question again,
Yes.
Papa. And this one, him say going to who? The teachers? Come through, Mr. Adija. Adija Orton.
Yes, let him ask. Let him ask.
Adija, ask the question, baby.
We can learn to. We can learn to. Let him ask.
Go ahead, Adija.
Miss, did you know that Marcus Garvey was a junior?
What do you mean by junior? Explain to me. What do you mean by junior? Senior, junior, what do you mean?
Miss, his father's name was Marcus Garvey before him, Miss.
All right.
His mother's name
All
was
right.
Sarah Richards Garvey.
What was his father's name?
Marcus Garvey. Sir Marcus Garvey.
Okay. Brilliant. I see you're doing research. So, so Miss Skinner is going to research that right away.
Yes, Miss Skinner, we are going to do some research. And if
Right,
we prove
we can
that
learn
that
from them
information
too.
is correct, Miss Skinner, what we are going to do is not only going to get one prize, he's going to get an additional prize, All right, Mr. Adija Horton from 6-0 blue. Okay, sir?
Mrs. Llewellyn?
Yes, ma'am.
Through you, madam.
Certainly.
May I ask Adija to open his camera? I'd like to see him.
Go right ahead. Open your camera, Adija.
Just for a moment, Adija, I would like to see this person who is a thinker, who understands. Lower your camera a little, Adija, so I can see your full face.
Carry down the device, Adija.
Adija, not seeing you properly.
Step back away. Step back a little. Yes, beautiful.
Okay, Adija. They're going to research. You must have gotten that information from somewhere, but the mere fact that you can actually use a platform like this where we have almost 500 persons here, we're streaming on YouTube, it shows that you're fearless and you have confidence in what you're saying and you're a critical thinker, which makes you our hero of the day. And the second prize, whether you're right or wrong, you are our hero of the day and you articulated well. So I am looking, Adija, I am looking out for you. Students like you, your names are written down in the principal's book. And I'm looking out for you, Adija. It sounds as if your teacher is Mrs. Thomas, McKinnon Thomas. I will be asking Mrs. McKinnon Thomas about you, and I hope to hear good things about you. And congratulations for being one of our heroes of today. And the second prize that Miss Llewellyn is suggesting, I don't know where she's going to get it from. So let me volunteer that to you, whether you're right or wrong, just for your bravery, just for your confidence, just for the fact that you're sending all of us, including the principal, to do research. I applaud you. Back to you, Mrs. Llewellyn. Well done, Adija.
Thank you, Madam Principal Louise Clark. And Google is right at our fingertips. So, looking at Marcus Garvey, who was Marcus Garvey's parents? You see, Adija sent us to go research right now. So through Mrs. Murray and Miss Johnson and Mr. Simpson, I'm just giving them my tablet to check the information for me. Here you go. So I went straight to Google. Oh, Miss Johnson is using her phone. So before we leave up this platform, we are going to Adija, you will be getting that second prize. All right. Whether your information is correct according to our beautiful principal, yes or no, if the information is correct, yes or no, then you will be getting a second prize. All right. Any more questions, Miss Skinner? Any more questions, Miss Skinner?
Mrs. Llewellyn?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Mrs. Llewellyn. I would like, this question is open to either grade 5 or grade 6 students. And my, let me ask a question. What were the words of Sam Sharp when he was about to die, when he was about to hang? What were the words, the final words of Sam Sharp? What were the final words of Sam Sharp when he was about to die or hang? Any grade 5, grade 6 students? Can I give them a hint?
Nerlene Gordon. No. Tamari Harvey. And she put down her hand as I call her name. Jaden Henry.
Missy say I'd rather die to the yonder than live a life of slavery.
That is almost 100%.
All right, Jaden.
Yes, we could give it to this person. Should we give it to this person?
Yes, miss.
All right. The answer is, I would rather die upon yonder gallows than live in slavery. Do we agree to give it to him?
Yes, miss.
Okay, that's correct. Very good, very good. Thank you, Mrs. Llewellyn.
All right, so
Very
I have
good.
been getting several texts from teachers bigging up our hero Adija Horton. I have Miss Johnson standing right here beside me. She's on Google checking the information. I have Mr. Simpson also checking the information because we really want to give that the second prize to Mr. Adija. Yes, but as what Miss Johnson is saying, he's going to get the second prize, but we were just confirming the information. So Marcus Garvey's father, first name, you know his last name would be what? Garvey, don't it?
Yes.
His last name would be Garvey. However, his first name was, anybody who went on Google to find out his first name? For you to be a junior, you have to have the exact name like your father. You have to have the exact name like your father. So I'm going to type in my chat now. I'm going to type in the chat and I'm going to send to everyone. Everybody following me? You can't find me chat. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. I cannot find my chat, but I'm going to chat. Here, look at the boy. Look at this boy laughing at me. We have to laugh at ourselves sometimes, you know what? So it go. I can't find my chat, but I am going to chat. I am going to use my mouth and chat. Is it that? No, it's not it that. Where is it, Mr. Simpson? Is this? Mr. Simpson, finding my chat for me. But I am chatting with my mouth. The first letter in Marcus Garvey's father name starts with M. All right. Let me say the first letter, M. The second one, A. So we're going 2 letters out of Marcus Garvey's first name, you know. M. Sorry, Marcus Garvey's father. But guess what? The third letter is not R. The third letter is not R. All right. So I typed I typed the name in the chat. So the first person who opened their microphone and tell me what Marcus Garvey's father name is, get a prize. Open your microphone, tell me what is the name of Marcus Garvey's father.
Type it again, miss.
I typed it in the chat.
No, type it again because the chat was closed.
Oh, guess what? No, not Marcus. Mr. Sidno. Oh, to everyone. Let me click back to everyone now. M-A-M. Everybody. Here you're telling me? Martin, what you said? See them typing it in the chat there, yeah, man. So Mr. Adija sent us on some research. So we found out that Marcus Garvey, although it is showing on some of our search, it is saying that it's Marcus Garvey III, but his father was really Malchus Garvey. Malchus Garvey.
Miss,
Okay,
I think we
boys
need
and girls?
further research. We need
Yes?
further, deeper research on that one because different places saying different things.
Okay, yes, miss.
So we need
For real.
further research.
Okay, so we are still doing some research. All right? Okay. All right, so we are winding down now. We are getting down to the wire. We are not on the wire. We are getting down to the wire. So at this time now, we will be having grade 6 blue. Grade 6 blue. Ready for us, Mrs. Scott Gale, with grade 6 blue?
About George William Gordon. George William Gordon about George William Gordon. About George William Gordon. George William Gordon was born in St. Andrew near Mavis Bank. He was born to a slave mother and planter father. He was also a Jamaican mixed-race man. George made people stand up for unjust conditions under which they were forced to live. That's how they came up with the Moral Day Rebellion. George William Gordon died on October 23, 1865, a proud Jamaican man.
All right, so that was grade 6 blue. So we are moving on to grade 6 red with a poem. Grade 6 red with a poem.
Who was popular in the parish of St. Thomas in the East, and he was
I miss a granny. The right excellent nanny of the Maroons. I miss a granny. A granny nanny. I miss a granny. A granny nanny. Me say she fight the first Maroon War from 1720 to 1739. Oh, she's so clever. I bet you never know say she planned the guerrilla warfare. It confused the British. I bet you never hear. Our man they try to tackle, but them lose the battle. You think a sweetie, them have to sign a treaty. According to the Jamaica Information Service, JIS, Nanny was also a type of chieftainess or wise woman of the South who passed down legends and encouraged the continuation of customs, music, and songs that had come with the people from Africa and which instilled in them confidence and pride. On March 31, 1982, the Right Excellent Nanny of the Maroons was conferred the Order of the National Hero. As per Government Notice 23, Jamaica Gazette. And Mr. Granny? A granny nanny.
And me say nanny, a granny nanny. Me say nanny, a granny nanny. All right, Mrs. Scott Gale, do we have a presentation from a song from Stashel and her mother? Mrs. Scarlett, do we have a question that you can fit in here? Mrs. Scarlett? Any question from Mrs. Scarlett? Or Miss Barbara Bailey? Any questions here? All right, so we are moving on, we are continuing. So we are going to go to our production from grade 6 red. Grade 6 red.
Gordon was a radical politician who was popular in the parish of St. Thomas in the East, and he was deeply affected by the suffering of the black poor. His legacy and honors. In the 20th century aftermath of the labor rebellion of 1938, Gordon came to be seen as a forerunner of Jamaican nationalism. In 1960, the Parliament of Jamaica moved into the new Garden House, named for the politician. In 1969, Gordon and Bogle were each proclaimed as Jamaican national heroes in a government ceremony at Morant Bay. In 1969, Jamaica converted its currency to a decimal system, and it issued new currency. Gordon was featured on the $10 note, now a coin. George William Gordon is mentioned in numerous reggae songs.
Grade 6 red.
We're coming right up, Miss Llewellyn. We're coming right up. Coming
All
right
right,
up.
Sudi.
Just a little technical difficulty, but it's coming right up. So what a nice place we live. Sweet jam down. The only problem is Dallas Naron. Say what a nice place we live. Sweet jam down. The only problem is Dallas Naron. So yes, while the file is loading, you know, sometimes that's what technology gives problem. When you spend the time and you fix it, but we're not going to deliberate on that because we have our good old voices to talk. We can sing. We're communicating like all the slaves used to communicate. Them use the talking drums. They use their voices and they communicate in different ways. So we now have hand gestures, reaction, and technology on laptop and on tablet and on phone. Those days, they never have that. Them have to walk and communicate with their songs. Yes, man. Them song. And you hear Mr. Llewellyn tell about the Kenro. Yeah, man. So we are communicating. So before this video come up, I must say thank you and shout out to every single person that made this day possible. We couldn't have done it without you. Our teachers, all our hard-working students, and of course our parents and our administration. We want to say a big thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We couldn't have done it without you. And of course our tech team, Miss McFarlane and Mr. Remiki and all the other persons who became tech team, temporary tech team staff. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. We appreciate you. All right, so Miss Llewellyn, any other big ups, any other shout out? It's over to you again, Mrs. Llewellyn. While
I
yes.
You know, so me love your Nancy story them bad, you know. So me I go try give them a little piece, a Cuckoo Berry song. Me know say them don't know a Cuckoo Berry, you know, but you are going to do your research about Cuckoo Berry. So it goes like this now. Cuckoo Berry sits in the old gum tree. Merry, merry king of the bush is he. Laugh, Cuckoo Berry, laugh, Cuckoo Berry, laugh. Gay your life must be. Me can't sing still in about me. I try a thing. Just see. Oh, Miss Murray just say why me never ask her. Come in, Miss Murray. Come, Miss Murray. Come, Miss Murray. Come sing this song for me. Cuckoo Berry sits in the old gum tree. Hey, you know them time they know. You see them long time when the slave them when son bite down on the slave them, you know, not even one hat them have on their head. And guess what? There's some big trees used to be in the plantation. So all them used to, not even long time, you know. You see, we are get break time. Them never used to get nothing but a break time, you know. From 8 o'clock, from what them call it? From dusk till dawn, them have to work. So when them start fling them machete, chop them machete, and then sing about Cuckoo Berry. Cuckoo Berry sits in the old gum tree. Merry, merry king of the bush is he. Laugh, Cuckoo Berry, laugh. Cuckoo Berry, laugh. Gayer life must be. You wonder who a Cuckoo Berry? Eh? But suppose me tell you say Cuckoo Berry a one bird. Eh? You never hear about Cuckoo Berry bird? Huh? Lord Jaden, I look for me. Jaden, I wonder what foolishness me I tell him today. In Jaden? Yeah, man, Cuckoo Berry was a bird. So the next part say, Cuckoo Berry sits in the old gum tree, eating all the gumdrops he can see. Stop, Cuckoo Berry, stop. Cuckoo Berry, stop. Leave some there for me. You know why you hear Miss Murray sing it? Miss Murray, I thought about she can't sing, and she can't sing, you know. Miss Murray can't sing good. But because me can't sing, me have to just go on like me can't sing. Okay. Are you ready, Mrs. Scott Gale? Are you ready? Before me stay here, get myself make mascot.
Still having a technical difficulty.
All right. And you know, so that production that is a nice little production. I wonder if I should send it to Miss Miss McFarlane. Should I send it to Miss McFarlane, Miss?
Might take time to download. That's the
It's
problem.
coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up.
Okay, it's one coming up.
All right. So, in the meantime, we want to big up all the teachers who really take the time out to prepare our children for this beautiful, excellent production that we are having here. You know, we have some the technological issues are we are not able to be face to face. So thank you to all the teachers who took the time out to really prepare the children. And we want to big up the parents. We want to big up all the parents who really assisted, who participated, who did dance, who did songs and all these things. And also for your parents. Somebody typing in the chat said they know Anansi's story. Miss, when we can win prize or whatever prize they want, you know. So we want to really thank the parents too for allowing their children to come on Zoom and Facebook, Zoom and YouTube to participate in our production. We are saluting our heroes, safeguarding our legacy. And you know, our legacy is something. Our legacy lives on. Our legacy lives on. Somebody typing in the chat said they know a cuckooberry. They know a cuckooberry bird, but beautiful. So we are still waiting on Mrs. Scott Gale for the last presentation, and that presentation is from grade 6, Red on Nanny. Somebody want a gift? All right, in the meantime, Miss Johnson is telling me to ask a question. Miss Johnson is saying, come Miss Johnson, ask a question. Come Miss Johnson, ask a question. Miss Johnson has a question for you.
Hi students. Who were the first 3 recipients of the National Honor of Heroes? Who were the first 3 recipients who were knighted as National Hero of Jamaica or Heroes of Jamaica?
Alicia Williams. Go ahead and unmute. Davar
Yes, Alicia, who is answering?
Davar, go ahead.
Marcus Garvey.
Yes.
Norman Manley.
No. Norman Manley was way after that, man.
Oh.
All right. Christina Samuels, go ahead.
The first 3 recipients of the National Honor of National Hero.
Marcus Garvey.
Yes.
Alexander.
No, man. Alexander was way after.
Paul Bogle.
Try again. Go ahead and try again.
All right. Vanessa Gordon.
Sam Shaw, Nanny, Marcus Garvey.
No, baby. 2 wrong, 1 correct. Only Marcus Garvey you have correct.
Lamar Lewin. Leomar, sorry.
It's Lemar Lewin, yes. Miss Marcus Garvey and Nanny and Sam Sharp.
No, remember I said that she just said those 3 names and I said only 1 correct, and that's Marcus Garvey.
Shananda Ellington.
Them have me done for the art teacher. You want to answer?
Shananda.
Is it Marcus?
Not hearing clearly, sweetheart.
Marcus Garvey, William George William,
Mm-hmm.
and Sam Sharp.
No, you have one incorrect there. Try again. I'll give you another try. Try again. Sam Sharp is not correct.
Marcus Garvey, William Gordon, and Paul Bagel.
And?
You said Paul Bogle.
Paul Bogle. Yes, you are correct. Very good. What's your name, sweetheart?
Shananda Ellington.
What grade is she?
6 Blue.
All right, Shananda, that is very good. Excellent, excellent. All right, 6 Blue. Okay, thank you. Let me ask you another one now.
Lower the hands. The question is not asked as yet, so lower the hands.
Who was the first?
Lower your
Who was
hand.
the first national hero that was honored posthumously?
Romarian Allen.
Carol Williams.
The answer for that, Miss, is Sam Short.
No.
Miss, the
I'm Carol Williams. No, sweetheart, it's not Sam Sharp. Posthumously. Go into your dictionary and look for the meaning of that word. Posthumously. Posthumously. Carol Williams. Carol. Anybody else wants to try? The first hero or the first person that was honored as National Hero of Jamaica posthumously.
Alexandra Campbell, go ahead. Children, you need to unmute when you hear your names. Alexandra. No. Ashane Deans.
everything. Miss Nanny.
Pardon? Nanny? No, sweetheart. No, baby.
Horan Preddy.
Miss, it is Miss Paul.
No, sweetheart.
Janian Faulkner.
Paul Bogle, Miss.
No, sweetheart. You have to listen to the answers that the others are giving. No, it's not.
Perez.
Miss Marcus Garvey.
Marcus Garvey. Excellent, Perez. That is 4J, right?
Yes, I think he's in 4J. Go ahead, Perez. Which class?
Miss?
Which class
Which
are
grade
you
you're
in?
Perez, 4J Blue, right?
Yes, Miss.
All right. Beautiful. Excellent. So that ends my questions. Thank you for answering and for thinking. All right. Bless you.
Thank you, Miss Johnson. Are you ready for us now, Miss Scott Gale? Are you ready for us now, Miss Scott Gale?
All right, Miss Llewellyn, this video seems to be such a great production and it's playing stubborn and don't want to do what it's to do. So we have to wrap up now. We have to wrap up now. I don't know if Miss Clark is ready to wrap up for us, but I'm just truly, truly saying again from my heart, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, all my culture committee members. I couldn't have done it without you. Awesome team to work with as always. I appreciate you so much. And children, we appreciate you answering the questions, turning on your videos, and you are here dressed in your uniform and bandana. That is so lovely. Thank you, parents, for cooperating with us. Thank you so much, colleagues, from grade 1 to grade 6. You have been a tower of strength. And this is how we know that teamwork makes the dream work, because one dream has been realized today. So thank you so much as we celebrate together today. Our celebration is coming to a close. I'm going to ask Ms. Llewellyn if she have anything to say, and then Ms. Llewellyn is going to hand over to our able principal to close us out. If the item is ready by that time, I'm going to ask that you just permit me to share the item.
Thank you, Miss Scott Gale. Well, I just want to agree with what you have stated earlier. It was really a beautiful production for all, from admin, from our chairman, our teachers, and our students, and also our parents. So at this time, I'm going to go hand over right to our dear principal, Miss Louise Clark.
Thank you, Mrs. Llewellyn and Mrs. Gale. I just want to, in closing, ditto all that has been said, all that have been said by Mrs. Llewellyn and Mrs. Scott Gale about today's production. Really very good production. I appreciate the fact that it's obvious that planning and organization took place. This is a true representation of heroism, because I remember last year when we were thrust in this pandemic, the production was nowhere near this caliber. And it shows that life is about changes, and it shows that people just have to conform and adjust to the changes, and as best as is possible, unite and work together to ensure that whatever changes are in effect, we don't just drop our hands and let it be. We see how best we can manage the changes. That too, children, is another form, another character of being a hero. So I want to thank you too. I want to thank all the parents. One of the mandates of the ministry this year was based on the platform that was used is to ensure parents' participation. I know that a lot of parents are in the background listening on, and that is a form of participation. But parents also participated in videoing the items, preparing the children, videoing the items, and having them ready for the team so that it could be broadcast today. Also, we have the first time, as far as I can remember, at this institution, parents actually submitting items. We had that parent of the child, the two children, one in 6th grade, I didn't get the other class, who did that beautiful dance rendition. And we had, did the mother, I know it was announced for a parent-child to sing. Did they actually perform, Mrs. Scott Gale or Mrs. Llewellyn? The song by the parent-child duo? but that didn't happen. Okay, but the thought was there. I don't know what happened, but just want to thank everybody for their everybody for his or her input, and say this was well executed. This is a way of preserving our legacy. I am sure that every child will be leaving here today with some new knowledge, even if it's to understand what the word posthumous or posthumously means. New information sent you to research, which is a part of learning. Yes, sent you to do the process of elimination, which is a test-taking strategy. But all in all, every child should leave here today learning something through the presentations. They were presented creatively, and through the question and answer segment, and through the presentation by Miss Wilson with the artifacts. A lot of the students would have been seeing some of these artifacts for the very first time. And what we will try to do, Miss Wilson and team, is to see if all the pictures that she showed, if when we get back into the face-to-face modality, if we can find these same things and present them so the children can actually see, touch, use their senses, engage their senses in identifying and understanding how these artifacts work. So just want to say, that we discovered many heroes among us today. Yes, you might not have been knighted with the accolade, but in your own rights, you are heroes. We have Adija from 6-0. I know that teachers went to Google and search, but the answer has not yet been found. So Adija might just very well be right, because different sites are saying different things. They've given different information about the name of Marcus Mosiah Garvey's father. I appreciate the fact that Adija has sent all of us, all teachers and the vice principals and principal, to do their homework, to do their research on this one. Yes, because we now have to figure out which sites or sites have the correct information. I am hoping that what has happened here today is not just for entertainment, but children will understand the value of the contribution of our heroes and will strive to be heroes in their own little way. You might never get a medal, an order of distinction, but you can be heroes in your own way. It is what Jesus would do. All these things that makes up a good hero amounts to what Jesus would do. Yes, so continue to be heroes, continue to respect the heroes, continue to find heroes in your lives to be good, positive role models for you, because there are many persons out there who can be role models for you, but some of them do not possess heroic qualities. So find the ones who can be good role models for you to emulate. We end now, children. Today, you're now at mid-term break. You will not come back to school until Tuesday, October 19th, because Monday, October 18th will be Heroes Day. And remember, I asked you, please forget the games on your phones on Monday, October 18th. Forget Netflix, forget cable, and tune into TVJ and CVM, where they usually showcase interesting docudramas, documentaries, movies that are related to our heritage. And there will also be, there should be that honor service where persons, nobody there might get the knighthood of being a hero, but there are other medalists, other recipients of other awards, including Mrs. Verna Bailey's grade 1J Red teacher and coordinator for that shift. Her husband, Mr. Fitz Bailey, will receive a national honor, a national award. So we can all tune into that. And we can all say congratulations to Mr. Bailey through his Assistant Superintendent of Police. I think that's his current title. And we can all say congratulations to him through Mrs. Bailey. So our school family has an extended family member who is near being a hero. All right, so thank you all. Take your rest now, students. Study over the break for your midterm assessment, which will start on the 19th. But on the morning of the 19th, you will all meet like this on Zoom. You will get, your parents will get that platform over the, that link, sorry, over the break. And we will all meet like this for the induction of our school heroes, our student leaders, being our head boy, head girl deputies, and we will recognize our monitors, 2 monitors, male and female, in each class. So before you get into exam on Tuesday morning, we will meet via Zoom for the induction, student leader induction service ceremony, and then you will go to your classes for regular teaching, learning, but this time it will be assessment. All right, so that is what is going to happen. Your parents will get that link over the break. Is that the great the Redshift drama? Mrs. Cockdale?
Yes, miss.
All right, so have a great extended weekend of rest and relaxation. Students, teachers, we know that our relaxation doesn't start until Friday because tomorrow is our PD day. And teachers, please remember, we have gone into the lunch hour, but we resume, we meet again on the Zoom link that was sent for the staff line that is spearheaded by the Guidance and Counseling department. Thank you, everybody. Have a great one and continue to be your own heroes and recognize the positive heroes who are around us.
Nanny! You're not here, boy! No, I'm not here! This lady was trying to take over our plantation! We have to go to St. Fast, you know? We have to go to St. Anne's! St. Anne's, one here, so one cave up, then we have to ask me slowly if the cave still up more. Yeah, I true. So if we can some pot and sit for cook up, remember we're hungry. Yeah, I true. And can some my coffee for we plant too. So we are ready for the farmer, do you want some more? Yeah, but we are
Thank you to those who stayed and watched the video. You are free to exit now, everyone. Have a great day, students. Have a great day, colleagues. Have a great day.